What's going on, people? Today I want to do a quick video, and I think this would hit home with a lot of people. Here's the video. If your dreams are not scaring the crap out of you, you don't have big enough dreams. You know, a lot of us think that we can kind of coast through life and just do just enough in order to make it. We have things that we know that we should be doing, but yet we've talked ourselves out of it time after time after time after time, over and over again. We get ready to do it, and then we go ask a person who we know would never pursue anything out of their comfort zone, and they tell us that's too scary. What if it fails? What if it's this? Blah blah blah. And before you know it, you're not even doing it. But yet we show up to jobs day after day after day just to pay the bills. We look at ourselves as being poor, and we label ourselves as that, and that's just the way we're going to be. We have kids. We have a mortgage. So we're not going to be able to do those things like everyone else. But yet when we see everyone else doing it, and they have all of those things, and they're doing it on a big scale, we put them down and we say, oh, they're privileged, or this kind of thing, or they're born smart, or they're arrogant, or whatever. And we live a cycle of life like this, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. But little do we know that if your dreams are not scaring the crap out of you, and you're the person that's getting ready to walk on stage and there's 5,000 people or 50,000 people looking at you, and you're throwing up backstage, but yet you still go out. There are many people who have walked in that space, you know, taking a trip that you wanted to take, and you went and said, this time I'm not going to go to the resort. I'm going to go outside of the borders to a country I've never been to. You know, we create these little statements. Well, it's dangerous over there, or blah, blah, blah. We have to start living our life. Because one thing about passion and things that you were meant to do in life, because a lot of you have already received that calling, but you've been ignoring it for quite some time, it's going to keep coming back. Whether you want it or not, it's going to keep coming back. I'm going through a phase of that like that now, where I'm being called for something big and it's scaring the crap out of me. But it's not going to paralyze me. I've learned that you have to move toward that. Because if you ask for something great, if you're praying for it, if you're meditating for it, if you're whatever you're doing, it's eventually going to show up. And when it shows up, you're going to have to face it head on. And that's just the way it is. You know, and this is no offense to people who do this, but we weren't just meant to be telephone operators and secretaries, or, you know, and working at Walmart stocking shelves for all our lives. We were meant to be something greater. A lot of the things that you do in life sometimes can be temporary. They weren't meant to be long term. You know? So, my challenge to you is to answer that call to something greater. Whether you feel you're up to it or not. Because I promise you, once you start it, you will figure it out. If someone threw you in the water, you have two options: sink or swim. And a lot of us would choose to fight and swim. So if your goal is to help people, because I hear that one a lot, but that's vague, that's broad. What do you mean help people? In what way? Break it down more. But whatever it is, find out why you're here and answer that calling. And this last announcement I want to announce is that my book is finally done. I'm working on a cover. I'm getting my title cleared now, but it's going to be a book that is basically giving you the steps to how to find your passion. Because my goal, and I put it out there, I want to help 10,000 people find their passion. It's time to do what we were meant to do here on this planet. And we shouldn't settle for nothing less. As soon as you come in, the people around you should start looking to see what you're great at and start introducing those things in your life instead of putting you in things that they think is good for you because you weren't able to find the things you were supposed to do in life. That'll be another video. So I'm going to leave it as that, guys. Look out for this book. Look out for some interviews that I'm going to do on that topic. And we're going to start this movement. We're going to move people into an area that they want to be in. Not that they're forced to be in. So with that said, guys, thank you. And until next time, signing off.